a question for you.
Please.
Do you want to draw a beautiful moment from last week?
I would love to draw a beautiful moment from last week.
Cool. Do you already know which one you're gonna draw?
Can I do one from this week?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This week is okay.
Okay, so by the way, we did have another podcast where you kind of introduced this technique and what's going on, but you feel free, if some folks didn't watch that, to say a few words.
I
what
shall
are we doing?
quickly say what I'm doing. I'm Janne Willems, and I'm traveling the world to ask people to draw a beautiful moment of last week, just to cheer people up, to reconnect them with their happiness, and to see how happiness looks like in the globe. I just do this with strangers, in the trains, in buses, on the streets, in parks, whoever I meet. I just ask. I just flown into the USA. I'm here for 2 months for a tour to collect beautiful moments. It's my 29th country, and already 8,000 people have done a drawing.
8,000 people. So now this is really great opportunity. We're doing this at the International Positive Education Network Festival, and it's just so much fun. And one place there's so much positivity. So tell me, what do I need to do?
You take your empty card.
So here's how the card look like, right? And then she said empty, so
empty
back. Yep.
You think of a beautiful moment of your week.
Okay.
And then you draw it.
Okay.
Easy as that.
Cool. So I will start drawing, and then you could we can keep talking.
Yeah, we keep on talking. Did I show you the book yesterday?
No, you did not.
The book is out in Dutch, not yet in English.
Cool. Put it. Yeah, people can see. Awesome.
So if anybody knows a publisher, feel free. And at first you see the route which I traveled, and then it continues with the stories about beautiful moments in categories. This is the animal category. Nature, which is the most important one. It has stories on the collecting, so what happens if you are in India and ask this on the streets versus you do it in Boston. This is an article about differences between men and women and how they react and how they draw. I didn't find a difference in what people draw, whether they are male or female.
You did not find the difference?
No, but I did find a difference in how likely they were going to respond. In Europe and also Australia and New Zealand, females were more likely to respond and when drawing than men. While in India and Nepal, it was the other way around. Men would be more willing to draw than females. It's not only that more men drew because you see more men on the streets in India, but also in mixed group, you saw that the man always takes the word and he starts drawing. So in that center, you see that difference.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us more research while I'm drawing this. This is really interesting. I haven't seen anybody doing research on this kind of work. And by the way, we're doing this. I'm trying to draw my great moment, right?
Yeah.
Good moment. Something could be as little as beautiful moment. Could be. I'm not going to tell you yet what is this, but I'm still doing. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So family, it has a moment of Raoul in Sydney. And what I loved about that one is he drew how he was in a swimming pool and training to do a turnover. He never dared to do it, and then he got it.
Wow.
So he drew his first turnover. And we, especially in Western culture, say, wow, this is amazing. He apologized for his moment. He says, sorry, it's so selfish. A beautiful moment should be with family.
Wow.
So he was from the Philippines living in Australia, and that gives an insight into how people value things, what's important in their culture and what not, and how you can see that back in what people draw. So there are country differences. For example, this is a graph with a couple of countries. And in the Netherlands, nature is the biggest one, then friendship, then leisure, then love, then celebrations, and then home.
So in Netherlands, the nature seemed to be, so people draw the nature, that's what brings them the best moments?
Yeah, but top, that was just 12%, while in Nepal, Australia or New Zealand, it's around 22%.
In New Zealand, nature?
Yeah, nature, so it's way bigger. Friendship, you see almost everywhere on first, second or third place. It differs how much, but in Turkey it's 15%.
What
in
is
Australia,
by the way, I
8%.
just want to show, if you don't mind. So
No,
what Yoni is doing is really telling us about her research and how she connected, right?
Yeah.
What's happening in each part of the world. What is this gray?
That's miscellaneous.
Okay,
Because in this one I only took the top 5.
Sure, you can't really track. I mean,
No.
you need like hundreds of thousands of dollars to do research, to do like, you know.
No, the miscellaneous is also because if I would add more categories, then you couldn't decipher the
Of
graphs
course.
anymore. Because top 5 is already like 6%, so then it gets really small.
So it looks like what I see here, about 70 to 80% is between, let's see, nature,
Nature,
relationships,
relationships, the friendship, the love, leisure,
pleasure.
travel, celebrations, family, home, eating, animals.
So you see, so if this is really what's bringing happiness or, you know, good
Yeah.
moments to the rest of the world, it makes sense. It will bring it to us, right? So
Yeah.
nature, relationships,
Yeah.
travel. This is really awesome. This is really
Thank you.
fascinating. Yeah.
And I would love to dive into it further and see if the amount of people which people have drawn on the cards, if that differs per country. So that's an analysis I still want to dive into.
It's beautiful. You're doing beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you.
Beautiful work.
So tell me.
So what did I draw? Well, if you see it, it really probably doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to try to explain this.
It will
really,
make sense
Hey,
because you
thank
tell
you.
the story.
I just wanted to say that. It just needs to make sense to me. So here's what you're going to see here is Monday, I did the workshop here in Festival of Positive Education, right? And all I know is that the room was like totally full, right?
Yeah.
And I started counting later on chairs, and it was 10 in one, 10, it was 10 this way, 10 this way. So it was either 150, 200, but it was like a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that's really, who cares, right? That's really not the point. If we can touch one life, that's why we're here. But the most interesting is what happened after this and what keeps happening today and yesterday, which is the people come and say, hey, you know, I always force, and you know, if you took some of my programs, I always force, it's not about, okay, I'm going to give you some knowledge, but it's really about you changing your life.
Yeah.
Right? So we have people come, you know, lady said yesterday, oh, thanks so much. So I started changing my habits. I started exercising. Another person said, I started doing yoga. Another person in this morning I saw in the gym, he said, I started exercising this morning before. So this really is what makes, you know, this really what makes a great moment for me. And I think I said the other day, which is really, this is what, you know, one of the parts what makes my life worth living.
Yeah.
All right? So it's not job, it's not career, it's calling, but it's really, if you see one person that you know, just give it a little spark.
Yeah.
Didn't really help, I didn't do anything, but just give it a little spark, as Dr. Chuck Mihail calls it, that changes life. So that's really what my best moment was.
Cool. And what I love about you and basically everybody telling their beautiful moment, you light up.
Yeah.
You shine up. You were like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of sharing this with other people, because I kept on smiling while you were talking because you were being so enthusiastic. So please share your beautiful moments with other people. You don't need my cards. You can just take a piece of paper and share the beautiful moments of the day, of the week.
Yeah, this is a beautiful exercise. I mean, I've done this like years ago, right? But I'm actually going to, now that you give me this little spark again, I'm going to take this to some of my clients in workshops.
Yeah,
I'm going to take this to some of my one-on-one coaching. I mean, this is really important. And you could take this to your families, to your kids. You can sit down at the kitchen table and just say, hey, let's draw a beautiful moment, whatever that is for your kids. We're not going to question them, right? It's their beautiful moment.
It's their beautiful moment. And beautiful moments differ. You also see it in the book. There was, for example, a man who said, my friend smashed a mouse with a frying pan because the mouse had been terrorizing the house for months. Might not be everybody's moment, but it was his moment. Another one is from a lady, and she said, the moment my armpit hair turned really green because he was painting her armpit hair for a crazy party.
Wow.
So
that's beautiful.
Moments differ, and that's the beauty of it. And because moments differ, you can decide what a beautiful moment is to you. And you can turn that perspective.
It's awesome.
So that is.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And let's just share the beautiful moments with everyone. You're doing a great job here. By the way, there's like hundreds of people lining up to see you. So it's awesome.
Thank you. Cool.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.